it's Lily. Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would film a makeup collection, sort of everything I have video before I get my channel started, just so you guys can sort of see what I have. And if you guys have any requests for things you want me to review or whatever, I thought this would give everybody sort of like a baseline of what I have. I love makeup. I kind of never wear it. I just kind of filmed this look, but I think I filmed it with my phone facing the wrong way, so I don't know if you'll see that. Not that it's a really impressive look, but yeah, today is all about filming my makeup collection, and so there's a ton, despite the fact that I don't wear makeup, and so I think we should just get started. I think we should sort of start with the stuff I actually use on a day-to-day basis. I keep that in this Jeffree Star bag and this weird contraption I got from Urban Outfitters. I think it's called... I honestly could not even tell you what that says, but they definitely have them at Urban. I think it was like 10 bucks, and I actually kind of love it. It spins, and so you can keep a bunch of stuff down there, and then these stuff, and it has like a pretty decent mirror, so... If I didn't have so many foundations, I probably could just get away with traveling with that, but this has no makeup in it, it's just foundation. Not that that's not makeup. Okay, let's get started, enough rambling. Okay, so we'll start with, not that those are all my foundations either, I have more foundations in this box. Okay, let's just get started. This is my huge Real Technique sponge that Casey Holmes recommended, so I have this. In this little pouch in my Jeffree Star bag, I have these Boscia charcoal like blotting papers. I never really use them. I don't know why they're in there. Sorry if that was loud. My cat. This is Georgie. She's my cat. Sorry if you see her walking in and out of the video. I have this little MAC. I have actually no idea where I got this. I have some lipsticks in here. I have Whirl by MAC, which is this kind of just like mauve-y brown. This Glossier, it's sort of like a blotted lip, but I don't think it's their blotted lip, in Like. I actually have no idea. That's just like a wash of color. And then I have Honey Love, which is this MAC lipstick that's sort of just more peachy. And then the one I wear the most, which is Kinda Sexy. It's my favorite. You can see it's dull. I wear it all the time. And those are all the lipsticks I have in this bag. Those are the ones I tend to use the most. I don't really love lipstick, but there you go. With that. And so then the foundations in this cute Jeffree Star bag that my boyfriend got me for my birthday, I think, in December. Okay. Sorry, my cat. Hey. The string is very exciting. Okay, first I have this number 7 foundation that I just got from Target last night because Jessica Braun said it was the best foundation ever. This is a different cat. This is Oreo. This is my parents' cat. I'm just watching her for the weekend. I have it on right now, actually, and I'm not sure yet how I feel about it. I don't know if I love it. Then I have this Sonia Kashuk foundation, the Soft Focus Satin Matte. I've used this a few times, can't really remember what I think about it. Prep and Prime Fix Plus from MAC. I got like a sample pack from Nordstrom's that had three or four of these, all in like the different scents that they have. I think I used up the lavender one. I think there's a coconut one, and I hate the smell of coconut, so that one was kind of a waste. I have the new ColourPop foundation in 2 colors, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, one's in there. This is Fair 20 and Fair 15. I think I wear Fair 15. I like this foundation. I don't really like any of the foundations I have, so I don't know. I have the Dior Air Flash in 100. I've had this forever. This magnet I used on a little magnetic makeup thing in college. I'm now in law school, if that tells you how long I've had this. I think I had this in high school. I'm almost out. I like this foundation. It's nice. Here's another Fix Plus. This is in Rose. I have the Tint Idol Lancome foundation This is in 140, I think. Yeah, 140. I like this foundation. I can't really think of a foundation that I love to put on. This is the YSL All Hours. This is BD20. I think this is too yellow for me. I have the Dior Forever. Here it is. Jaclyn Hill recommended this, so of course I had to get it. This is in shade 14. I don't have the kind of skin she has, so I don't think this one looks especially amazing on me, but it's pretty. And then I have two Maybelline foundations, one matte and poreless, one dewy and smooth. Both in the same color or no? Yeah, no, 110 and 112. I don't even know why I got the dewy and smooth. I have oily skin with tons of pores. I don't even think I've ever used this. I don't know, but maybe I'll use it someday because I have dry patches and it kind of gets frustrating when I use matte foundations. I have two Tarte foundations. What are these called? The Amazonian Clay Full Coverage. These are what I used every single day in high school. I don't remember if I liked my makeup in high school, but I still have these and I use them sometimes. And the last one, which I loved for a while and I should go back to using it, is the Lancome Tint Idol in the stick foundation. I think I have the same color. I don't know if it says 140, yeah. As I should. Yeah, I kind of love this foundation and I really need to start using it. It just kind of gets lost in this bag, but look how big this bag is and it fits all of these foundations and a Dior Air Flash, which is like a huge foundation compared to like most other foundations. So yeah, that's just a taste of all the foundations I have. If that gives you any indication, foundation is my favorite part of makeup, but I kind of hate the way all foundation looks on me, so it's kind of a curse. And then I have, I usually put in here the NYX Matte Finish Spray. I'm just going to pop that back in there. So that's this bag done. Okay, and then we'll do my cute little Urban thing. So it just pops open, and in this first little drawer, I have two Tarte blushes. This one is Exposed. I love this one. This is probably my favorite blush that I have. And then I have this little sample one called Party with a bunch of A's. This is, oh, I just got my thumb in it. This is kind of too pink for me. I have like sort of a lot of redness in my skin, so I tend not to love blush. But yeah, this one just kind of like is a little bit too pink. I have a Hoola sample because I'm too cheap to buy Hoola. Oh my god, it broke. I don't know. Love this. I have my Anastasia Beverly Hill brow powder in dark brown. It's just like a duo. It has two shades. And then in this other little thing, I have a Morphe highlighter in Spark. I think these are new. We just got a Morphe store in Sacramento, so I went and I had to buy something, so I bought this. It's the High Impact highlighter in Spark. I have it on right now. Not the greatest lighting, you probably can't see. I have this LA Girl Pro Concealer in green. I love this. This is the only green concealer that can really do anything for my redness. I've tried the Smashbox one. I've tried the Lancome one. I can't even tell you how many I've tried, and this is the only one I think that does anything. I think because it's just a little thicker. And then I have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Contour palette. I never have used the highlight shade. I only use the contour shade, but I really like it for contouring. And then in the bottom of this little contraption from Urban, I have a ton of stuff, more than you think would fit in there. I have my ColourPop foundation that I pretty much use on the daily. It's shade 25. I thought it was 15. So I keep that in here instead of in that bag. And then I have the ColourPop powder that came out with that, the no filter powder. It's in shade Fair. I've really liked this so far. I just needed a pressed powder to kind of set my makeup. So yeah, I've liked it so far. And then I got two new powders at Target last night. I got the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I don't know if these are supposed to be matte. I got 5 and 10. I didn't know which color. 5 kind of looked a little pink for me, so I got 10 too. I used it for the first time today. I didn't really notice a huge difference. I usually use the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, which I heard Jaclyn Hill say today that it kind of like sucks the life out of your skin. And I was like, yes, I totally agree. It's really kind of too mattifying, even though I have oily skin. So I'm glad I just brought a travel size sample of this. So not my favorite. I have another highlighter. This one's by ColourPop. I'm pretty sure it's in Wisp. Yeah, it's just like it's kind of like the wet, creamy formula from ColourPop. I just use this with like a Morphe like 510 brush, I think they are. I like it when I want something a little more subtle than the Morphe one. And then I have a couple concealers in here. I have Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Neutral, and I have the Flower Beauty Light Illusion concealer. Casey Holmes recommended this, and so I went out and got it, but this is the lightest shade in Fair, and it's way too dark, as you can see, for me, compared to my Tarte Shape Tape, which is like white. You can see a huge difference, and they're both Fair, so this is Tarte, and then this is the Flower Beauty. I mean, this is in Fair, so I mean, I'm sure they don't have a lighter shade, so I don't know why this is still in here. I should throw it away. And then I have 2 lip products in here. I have a lip liner, Boldly Bare by MAC. I just like to wear this on its own. It's what I have on right now. And then I have a ColourPop lipstick in Brink. It's a matte. I really like this color. It's more pink than it looks. I like it. I have a ColourPop eyeliner in here, Get Paid. It's a rose gold eyeliner, and I love it. I love rose gold anything, especially around my eyes. I just feel like it makes them pop. And then I have 3 mascaras, none of which I even like. This is the MAC Extreme something. I got it as one of like in the kiosks at Ulta as you're walking up to the cash register. It just kind of like is lengthening and not really curling. The Colossal Volume from Maybelline, same thing. And then I have the Voluminous Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. This just kind of got like, I haven't even had this for that long, and it's like super clumpy and like way too much product comes out on it. So yeah, I'm still on the search for a good mascara. I had my lash extensions taken off like probably like 6 months ago now, and my lashes are still kind of recovering from that, and so any mascara that I use doesn't really look the greatest. And then the last 2 things I have in there are the One Heck of a Blot Primer by Soap and Glory and the Ready Set Brow Gel from Benefit, which I really like. So that's all the everyday makeup that I generally use every day. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I would use for my routine on the daily. But I have a ton more makeup than that. So I'll leave the fun stuff for last. The fun stuff being palettes. I'll go through a couple more bags. I have my Smashbox primer water. I've kind of stopped using this. I don't really know why, probably because I'm running out. I kind of just like to prime my face with this now. I didn't realize that I had so many bottles of these. So I have another one of the NYX Matte Finish Spray. And so I probably will repurchase this when it runs out, but this is just in a little bag I have from Target. I have the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, which I don't really notice a difference when I use this. I know a lot of people swear by it, but it's just kind of a pain to use. It's in this like really huge pot, and you can see I've used some, but I didn't really notice a difference. I have my regular Real Techniques sponge, NARS eye primer. I like this eye primer. I have really oily eyelids, so I have to use an eye primer if I want my makeup or my eyeshadow to stay on, but I'm too lazy and I rarely use it. I have the Hoola Light Tester that I totally stole from Ulta. Even though I'm really fair, I don't know, this doesn't really show up on me, so I end up just using Hoola. What else do I have in here? I have the Revlon Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer. I didn't really see a difference, and then I never really used it again. I have the Cover FX Calming Primer. This is another one of like the greenish like primers that's supposed to calm redness that I don't think did anything. And then I have the NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade. I think this is a good dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hill pomade. I don't really tend to have to use pomades because these are pretty much what my brows look like even when I don't fill them in. So I kind of just use pencil or a powder. So, but I have tried it and I think it works well. This is just an eyeshadow brush. And then I have this really thin brow gel by Kelly Baker. It's like this really, really thin wand. I kind of think it deposits a little bit too much product on my brow, so I tend to use the Benefit one more than that one. And then that's all that I have in that bag. And then I have a huge, huge box full of stuff that never sees the light of day, and I don't know why I have it. First, I have these false lashes by Allure in the, I'm pretty sure they're called Exaggerate. I'm pretty sure that's the style. Just for a special event if I need them. I have the Stila, I think they're called Magnificent Metals. The like eyeshadow base type thing. This is in Rose Gold Retro. I have not used it yet. I just have a bunch of brushes in here that I kind of just are either too big or too bulky or don't really fit. I have a backup Morphe 510 because they always get mangled, and this is what I use for highlight. I think this is the coconut one. Yeah, this is the coconut Max Fix Plus. I can't stand coconut, hence why it's in here. I have the ColourPop concealer. I have this in fair and light, but I don't really use it. This is what I used to use for bronzer. I have the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I thought it just made my cheeks look a little muddy, and I like Hoola a lot better than this. So again, I don't know why I'm keeping it. I have more foundation. I have the LA Girl Pro Matte, the lid of which is coming off for some reason. This looks okay on my skin. It's not the greatest. More mascara. Bad Girl Bang by Benefit. I should try this. More brushes. More brushes. More brushes. So many brushes. I have the thought this was the Ben Nye powder. This is the Makeup Revolution Luxury Powder in Lace, I think. I'm pretty sure Casey Holmes recommended this. I don't know if I've tried it or else I tried it and I didn't like it. I don't really remember. I need to try this again. I have a Hyaluronide primer. This is the matte primer. My mom swears by this. I don't really see that much of a difference with my skin. It's kind of like a silicone-y, pore-filling primer. I've gone through a few bottles of these. You can get them cheaper on Amazon than you can on their website, I'm pretty sure. I have a ColourPop bronzer, and I'm pretty sure I ordered way the wrong color because this is way too dark for me, so it's just sort of sitting in my makeup bin, and I'm not sure what to do with it. Maybelline Maybelline lipstick in Daringly Nude. I have a What's Up. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure this was a sample from Sephora. It's like a baby one. I haven't opened it. This used to be one of my favorite mascaras. It's the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, I believe it is. The bottom fell off, so it's just this top. I need to put this back in there too. I should try this because I used to love this mascara. I have, oh my gosh, I have a Lancome like mascara booster. I think it's called, I have no idea, Sills Booster XL. I haven't even used this. I need to use these things. I have this really, really old MAC powder. It has that same magnet thing on it in light. Oh my gosh, I have the La Prairie powder foundation. I don't remember who was talking about this. Either Jeffree Star or Casey Holmes. But they said it was amazing, and I basically forced my mom to go out and buy me this. It was $90, and I used it. I used it and I liked it, but that was when I was really into powder foundations, which I used to wear, but now I wear liquid, so I haven't pulled this out, but I should use this. I have the Casey Holmes Spotlight palette. I love it. It's really pretty. I can kind of only wear these These ones are a little too dark for me, but I love this palette and I'm really proud of her. I bought it just because I wanted to support her. I don't really love highlighters that much. I have some individual lashes from Sephora. I don't really know why I have these. More brushes. 2 primers. This one is the Professional from Benefit. Is that what it's called? Matte Rescue. I don't really see how this can be like a matte primer. It's like really gel-like. It's like unlike any other mattifying primer I've ever used, so I don't know. I used to use this a lot. I don't really know that I see a difference with it. This is the Kane & Austin Prime and Protect primer. Casey Holmes talks about this a lot. Swears by it, and it was so expensive, and I don't think it does absolutely anything, which is kind of upsetting, but I still have it. A couple lip products, maybe a few lip products. Wow. I have 3 lip liners. One is from Maybelline, Dusty Rose, and then I have 2, nope, I have 1 Kylie Cosmetics lip kit. I'm pretty sure this came in a kit. Candy K. I honestly don't know the last time that I used this. I think when it came out. I can't even get it open. It smells so good. I just don't like the way these apply. They're way too liquidy. I'm not that good at putting lipstick on. They look pretty much terrible once I get it on. And then I have 2 NYX butter glosses, one in Fortune Cookie and one in Tiramisu. I could actually use some gloss right now. Let's put some on. These are so creamy. They're a little bit sticky, but I honestly don't mind it. My lips are feeling a little chapped. All I had on was lip liner. 2 powders, NYX HD powder and Bare Minerals, just their regular foundation. I have the Urban Decay setting spray. De-Slick. This is the oil control one. It's not the all-nighter. And then I have another ColourPop highlighter in Butterfly Beach. A super soft shadow. Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure this was it's called Kathleen Lights. It was from the Kathleen Lights collection. It's so amazing. This is the best gold eyeshadow ever, hands down. Better than MAC's Amber Lights. I have this, this used to be my literal holy grail foundation, and it's a powder foundation. It's, gosh, is it Dior or Lancome? The dual finish. It's so crusted, busted, dusted. I don't even know. And then I have this telescopic mascara by L'Oreal. Don't know what I was thinking. I don't need length, I need curl. Why would I buy this? But anyway, that's everything in this huge box. This was like a gift when you buy like a perfume, and I just shoved all of my makeup in it. There's way too much stuff here. A lot of them are brushes, and like, look at how big the Sephora brush is. Like, what was I thinking? I used to use this with the La Prairie foundation, but it's just like totally, you cannot travel with that, so it just sits in there. And then last but not least, we have the funnest part, the palettes. So I have quite a few. I have 2 of the Kylie Jenner palettes. I have the bronze palette, which I used for this look. Not that you could honestly tell. And then I have the burgundy palette. This one I've had for longer, so wait, I really don't know which one I've had for longer, but I love them both. They're really good to travel with. They all just have their own transition shades. They have deepening shades for the outer V, and they all have like things you can pack on the lid. I really love this pink color. So yeah, these are great palettes. I really love this. Then we have my all-time 100% no doubt about it favorite palette. This is the Lime Crime Venus palette. There's just no getting better than this. This is my favorite palette, always has been, always will be. It's gorgeous. I love pink and red eyeshadow looks, and that's what this is. This is like amazing. I love the packaging. It's so pretty, and I've had it forever, and it's literally just my favorite palette ever, ever, ever. A close second being the Venus XL, which has even more gorgeous packaging, and it's just a dream. It is the dream palette. There's so many pinks and purples and shimmers, and it's gorgeous, and I love it, and I just love it. I could stare at it all day. A close second to those two is the Lorac. Is this the unzipped? Yeah, the unzipped palette. I use this one a ton. I used to use it a ton in college. It has a lot of really pretty shimmer shades in it. As you can see, those are just like, here, I can swatch one. They're just really buttery and creamy. As you can see, that's not even like wetting it. It's just like gorgeous. I love that palette. Then I have two Morphe palettes. The first one is the 35R palette, which is just like the bronzy kind of brown gold tone palette. I really love this one. It has so many transition shades. All of these are just like shimmer shades that are really pretty on the lid. It's literally so easy to throw a look together with this, and it's bulky, but I mean it's flat, so it fits and it travels well. And then of course we have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I finally buckled down and bought it. I mean, it's an okay palette. I mean, I love my other ones more, and I don't really reach for this. I just kind of wanted to have this in my collection because Jaclyn Hill. I've never really touched in the blue shades. I more do like nudes and redsy looks with the browns and stuff, but I really do like this palette. It's pretty. I will use it, but yep. It's not going to top Venus palette in my book. So I'm pretty sure that is everything. And if I forgot something, it's not that important. Yeah, it's a pretty big collection, but I use maybe 5% of it, and I just buy way too much makeup. Every year I get Sephora VIB, which is not... Is it VIP Rouge? Whichever one gets me the free 2-day shipping, which is even worse because then when I want anything, I just impulse buy, and in 2 days it's at my door, and I'm too lazy to send it back. Alright, well, I think that's everything. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!